Okay, so good afternoon again, everyone. Let's continue our lessons. So in today's video lessons, we will look at present perfect simple and past simple, and also for and since to actually review more. អញ្ចឹងសួស្តីបងប្អូនគ្នាសម្រាប់វីដេអូថ្ងៃនេះទៀតគឺយើងនឹងរៀនដើម្បីពង្រឹងបន្ថែមទាក់ទងនឹង grammar ដែលយើងរៀនគឺ present perfect simple ហើយនិង past simple ហើយ for ហើយនិង since អូខេបាទអញ្ចឹងបងប្អូនគ្នាអាចចាប់ផ្ដើមមើលជាមួយគ្រូអូខេបាទនេះជា reference ជា link ដែលគ្រូយកមកពីវីដេអូតាមអ៊ីនធឺណិតមកណាបាទព្រោះយើងយកវីដេអូគេមកយើងត្រូវឲ្យ reference ទៅគេណាឲ្យ credit ទៅគេអូខេបាទអញ្ចឹងយើងចាប់ផ្ដើមមើលវីដេអូនឹងទាំងអស់គ្នាបាទមានចម្ងល់អីបងប្អូនអាចឆាតសួរគ្រូបានណាក្នុង group ក៏បានតាម Messenger ក៏បានណាហើយយើងចិត្តទុកដាក់អាច note អាចអីផងទៅបាទអរគុណច្រើនណាបាទ
Welcome back everyone, this is Mino at AngloLink and this is now the fourth video in our Learning the Tenses series. As I've said before, if you haven't seen the previous videos, you may want to go and watch them first. In this fourth video, I'm going to explain the differences between the present perfect, I have done, and the past simple, I did. When you're ready, we'll get started. Right, present perfect and past simple. Let's look at formulation first. You remember from the previous video that the present perfect is formulated with the verb have and the past participle of the main verb. I have played tennis, you have played tennis, he, she has played, we, you, and they have played. Now let's look at past simple. Past simple, there are two types of verbs, regular verbs and irregular verbs. For regular verbs, you simply add ed to the end of the infinitive. For example, I played tennis. And it's the same form for all pronouns. I played, you played, he, she played, we, you, and they played. For irregular verbs, you would have to go and learn the form from a list. You can go to our website, anglolink.com, where you will find a list of the most common irregular verbs, which you will have to memorize. That's all for formulation. Let's move on to usage. Right, recap on the usage of present perfect, which we looked at in the previous video. Action that is complete at the time of speaking. Examples were, I've studied 3 sections until now. I've already done half of the exercises. He has driven 500 kilometers so far. Let's look at the past simple. Past simple is similar to present perfect in that it also refers to a completed action in the past. But this time, there is a clear reference to the specific time of the action in the past. Let's look at the examples. First example, I've studied 3 sections until now. The action is complete, but we don't know when. If we add the when element, if we specify the time in the past, the tense changes to past simple. Let's watch the change. I studied 3 sections last night. Let's look at the second example. I've already done half of the exercises. Let's add a specific time in the past. And the verb changes to I did half of the exercises before lunch. And our final example, he has driven 500 kilometers so far. Let's add the specific time in the past and watch the change from present perfect to past simple. He drove 500 kilometers yesterday. Let's look at the timelines for a better picture of the differences. Here's the present perfect that you saw in the previous video. An action in the past, completed at some point, we don't know when, or we don't care to mention when. The action is complete at the time of speaking. Now, if we mention that specific time in the past, if we fix our past time, we must change to past simple. Action completed at a specific time in the past. There is no longer any connection with now. For example, yesterday, 2 weeks ago, when I was 10, etc. Let's look at some common mistakes. The most common mistake is using the present perfect instead of the past simple. For example, saying something like, we have bought this car 2 months ago. Because we are mentioning a specific time in the past, 2 months ago, we should use the past simple. We bought this car 2 months ago. Another example, I have slept well last night. Once again, last night refers to a specific time in the past. So we need to use the past simple. I slept well last night. Another example, she has met him when she was at college. Again, when she was at college refers to a specific period of time in the past, and therefore we should use past simple. She met him when she was at college. The mistake can be made the other way around, using the past simple where present perfect is required. For example, I already called him. Already means sometime in the past until now. It's not specific. Therefore, we should use the present perfect. I have already called him. I must point out that I already called him is sometimes acceptable in American English. Let's look at 2 other examples where the past tense is used. She just came back. You might hear this, especially in America, but really the correct tense is she has just come back, because just doesn't refer to a specific time in the past. It tells us that the action is complete, not a long time ago. And let's look at our last example. Prices went up this month. This month is not a reference in the past. The month continues. It's a present time. It means until now, in this month. So we should use the present perfect. Prices have gone up this month. Well, that's all for this video. I hope you've enjoyed watching it. As you know, you can now go to our website, anglolink.com, to read the explanations and do the exercises to review this point. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye now.
Hello there, this is Mark again. Today we're going to look at the difference between for and since. As you can see from the graph, for we use for period of time, like for 3 hours, for a month, for a week, for a year. Okay. Since instead, on the right side of the graph, we use it for precise moments. Since April, since last year, since 2 days ago, since 1998, since Monday, and so on. The difference between them is that for is used for all verb tenses. I could say they have been living in Rome for 10 years. So that means from a period of time up to now. They have been living in Rome for 10 years. Another example could be he went to university for 4 months. Okay, and that means that it's finished the period because it was in the past, right? He went to university. Another example is I'm exercising for an hour today. Okay, so that's the present continuous. That means that's still going on, maybe. Okay, and obviously for specifies a duration in time. Since instead, on the right side of the graph, is used for present perfect and past simple, mainly. I would say almost only for these two tenses. He has been a student since 2012. So that's an example of the present perfect. He has been a student since 2012. Another example of the tense of the past tense, in this case, I worked there since 1990 to 1992. So since and to, from a precise moment in time, since, up to a certain time, like in this case 1992. Since, I wrote down also on the graph, it may continue to now. It may, because as you can see from the last example, it doesn't continue up to now, right? So is I worked there since 1990 to 1992, because I used it with the past simple. So there you have it, the difference between for and since. You may ask questions if you have any, just under this video. So have a great day, and I see you next time. Please share. Bye bye.
Alright, so this is the end of the video about the present perfect simple and present perfect continuous, and also about the passive voice. I hope you understand your lessons very well. And please, if you have any questions, please send your questions to the messenger group, or you can actually send to my private messengers. ចឹងបើសិនជាបងប្អូនមានចម្ងល់អីបងប្អូនអាច chat សួរគ្រូបានណាកុំខ្លាចចិត្តហើយកុំវិញរាព្រោះយើងរៀនធម្មតាមានចម្ងល់ណាបាទហើយគ្រូតនេគ្រូមើលឃើញគ្រូនឹងឆ្លើយតបវិញពេលខ្លះរៀនយូរបន្តិចដោយសារធម្មតាមិនមែនថា online រហូតមួយគាត់ថាត្រូវតែ chat គ្រប់ពេលទេគឺមានពេលណាបាទអរគុណច្រើនសូមយកចិត្តទុកដាក់ហើយសូមព្យាយាមរៀនបន្ថែមទៀតអរគុណច្រើនបាទ Thank you very much everyone. Goodbye.